Have you ever felt drained after spending time with someone? Not just tired, but emotionally, mentally, even spiritually empty, like a part of your soul was quietly stolen while you were just trying to have a normal conversation. If that sounds familiar, I have some brutal truth for you. You might be surrounded by toxic people, and the worst part? You probably don't even realize it. We like to think that we're rational, in control, independent, but human beings are incredibly social creatures. The people we spend time with shape our emotions, our beliefs, our habits, and eventually, our destiny. If you surround yourself with negative, manipulative, energy-draining people, they won't just waste your time. They'll poison your mind, sabotage your progress, and destroy your future. Slowly, quietly, invisibly. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Daniel. He was smart, driven, and had big dreams. But for years, nothing in his life moved forward. He stayed stuck in the same place, same job, same income, same bad habits. Every time he tried to grow, he felt resistance, subtle, creeping resistance. Until one day, he realized something. All his closest friends either mocked his goals, discouraged his efforts, or dragged him back into destructive habits. He was trying to climb a mountain, while everyone around him was pulling him down. The weight wasn't his own. It was theirs. Daniel made a difficult decision. He started distancing himself from those toxic influences. At first, he felt alone, guilty, confused. But after a few months, something shifted. His mind became clearer. He had more energy. He started taking real action. In a year, his life had transformed. Why? Because he finally understood that toxic people don't just slow you down. They anchor you in a life that's not yours. And Daniel's story isn't unique. Toxic people come in many forms. Some are obvious. Manipulators, liars, narcissists. But others are subtle. They come disguised. As friends, family members, even partners. They criticize you under the mask of just being honest. They mock your dreams but say they're just joking. They expect everything, give nothing, and leave you feeling like you're the problem. But here's the truth. You are not the problem. You are the product of your environment. If you place a seed in toxic soil, no matter how much potential it holds, it will never grow. So how do you recognize if you're surrounded by toxicity? Here's what to look for. Do you feel small after talking to certain people? Do you second-guess yourself more often? Do you feel like your energy drains every time you're around them? Do your goals feel ridiculous when you're with them? These aren't random feelings. These are signals. Your inner alarm system warning you that something is deeply wrong. Let's go deeper. Toxic people thrive on control, not always in dramatic, obvious ways, but in subtle emotional games. They use guilt, shame, and obligation to keep you in line. They twist your words. They keep score. They shift blame. They sabotage your joy. And they'll always find a way to make you feel like the crazy one. They make growth feel dangerous and stagnation feel safe. But growth is your natural state. You were born to evolve, expand, break patterns, and rise. And the only way to do that is by protecting your energy. So what can you do? First, be brutally honest about the people in your life. Make a list of who energizes you and who drains you. Not who's nice, not who's funny, but who leaves you feeling stronger, clearer, and more alive after every interaction. Second, set clear boundaries. Toxic people hate boundaries because boundaries mean you value yourself. You don't need to explain, justify, or argue. A simple, "I'm not available for that," is enough. Third, choose your circle like your life depends on it, because it does. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, who celebrate your wins, who remind you of your power, not people who minimize you to feel bigger themselves. Fourth, Heal the part of you that tolerated toxicity in the first place. Often, we attract what we believe we deserve. If you've been surrounded by toxic people for years, it might be because you were taught to accept it. But now, you know better. And finally, have the courage to walk away. Even if it means being alone for a while. Even if it hurts. Because temporary discomfort is better than a lifetime of slow destruction. Let me say that again. Temporary loneliness is better than permanent toxicity. You were not born to be drained. You were not born to walk on eggshells. You were not born to shrink yourself for the comfort of others. You were born to rise. It's time to take back your life. Cut the cords. Reclaim your energy. Surround yourself with those who light your fire, not those who put it out. And if this message resonated with you, if your heart is pounding because you know it's true, then share this video with someone who needs it. Subscribe to this channel. Watch the next one. Because this is the beginning of your freedom. Let them go. And finally, live.